All right, guys, so 2014 Tundra Platinum 4x4 5.7 liter Tundra. I had I want to make a little video here to help shed some light on my experiences with the P2714 code. That is the pressure control solenoid D performance / stuck off code read. And so basically the first time I saw this was a couple years ago. He put my truck into limp mode. I was able to pull over, clear it. Truck drove fine. After that, the light would come on periodically. The check engine light annoyingly come on. No real performance change other than, you know, losing my traction control or whatever. And it would go back off. And so I really wasn't too concerned about it. I was just kind of annoyed by it. I kept checking with the blue driver, little Bluetooth OBD2 reader, and another code would show up sometimes saying transmission control or some transmission component slipping P0894 code. And again, it would just come on, go off. Only once ever after that did it ever go into limp mode again. But this check engine light would come on and off once every, 500K, once a tank of gas, pretty much. I don't drive the truck very much, honestly, so I wasn't too concerned with it. Looked into getting a new solenoid for 400 or 500 bucks. I did change the transmission fluid, cleaned that up, but this code would keep coming. Then one day I got the P0722 code, which was the output shaft speed sensor circuit no signal. That was new, and but the same symptoms would go on and off. Truck seemed to run fine, no issues apparently. Anyway, so I was about to take it into a transmission shop, and I read a whole bunch of horror stories of taking these into Tundra or to Toyota and them saying, hey, you need a new transmission, blah blah blah, right? So anyways, cheapest fix was sort of $1,000 to get in there and work on the solenoid. Most expensive potential fix at a shop was going to be maybe replacement of a transmission. Anyways, what I did was I went out and bought the output shaft speed sensor, and that's this here. That's this part number. All right, it's a single bolt, single electrical clip, right? It goes up on this side of the transmission at the back. Single bolt, I think it's like that, single bolt. Pretty accessible, you need a little extension. Anyways, I replaced that and all the codes cleared. Just this guy. I did research that, and having a bad output shaft speed sensor can definitely impact the way your solenoids perform. So, but it didn't come up originally as a code, but anyhow, this might have been the culprit the whole time. And the reason I think that is because this truck, I thought the truck was running fine before. It is purring like a kitten right now. It is shifting gear, it is buttery smooth, and my liters per 100 kilometer fuel usage has dropped down. The idle has noticeably dropped down. It just reminds me of the day I bought this sucker brand new. I've had this truck brand new my whole life. I haven't had any problems with it. This cost 140 bucks Canadian at Toyota, cheaper than the aftermarkets as well. And it took me 5 minutes to replace, and that code is now gone. The transmission codes, I did just check this about 300 or 400K later now since I replaced this. No engine light came on. And I'm assuming this might have been the culprit from day one. I will be checking the codes to see if the permanent codes, because the transmission control slipping code and the solenoid D code, they are permanent, and they'll clear themselves after the truck, I guess, after some time of driving, notices that there's no more requirement to keep them showing up in the sensor. They're called permanent codes. They're not current check engine light codes. They're just called permanent codes in the Blue Driver app. Anyways, she's purring like a kitten. I got just amazing performance going on again. It just feels like a brand new truck. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I got the 5160s that I just put in, and the 6112 Bilstein suspension. That is amazing as well. I just love this truck. Toyota's always been great to me, and just thought I'd share that. If you're having solenoid problems, I feel bad for you, son. But you know, check out this speed sensor first. It's cheap, and it might just be the issue.